What was the last thing I was saying?
Your uncle.
Oh yeah, like just any kind of like adult or just an older figure in your life that like they just kind of if a lot of households are not properly formatted in the way where stuff can be filtered properly for the younger people in the house, like the kids and stuff. A lot of them get exposed to things via people they know, via family members, or just like not having enough supervision over what is getting into their like environment and like influencing them and how they think. It's a whole lot of just even like television, movies, games, all this stuff. It's like a lot of these like ideals and like just stuff is like infiltrated like even into the subconscious. Like it's subliminal, but it's intentional. And I don't think there's enough foresight on the adults' parts and like proactivity to like in general as a whole to make sure that we protecting our children. Because people be like, well, they need to, at the end of the day, they need to blah, blah. Yes, you can't show to your kids too much. They're going to be exposed to things, but you have to teach them. Like, you should be the first one. If you care about them enough, you should be the first one that they hear about something from. Or that even if you're not the first one, you should be the first one they could feel comfortable coming to talk about something. And you give them the right perspective. So, I'm saying all that to say, all of that stuff was going on. Even though I went to a private school and it was like connected to my church, of course you got people who got different standards and like families that have different standards. So you got different kids coming in that are exposed to different things. And so it's an exchange. It's like a culture of exchange. So like you got the wild kids who like just either they lack attention, they lack some love or whatever, and they just like kind of looking for stuff from their peers. So then they get into trouble. Then you got the kids that's trying to be good, but they curious. Then you got like the other end of the spectrum, the kids that just think everybody got cooties and germs. I was like kind of in the middle. Like I was cool with everybody. I was definitely raised properly, to the point where I had enough self-respect and respect for others to like not allow people in my personal space for real, beyond what was normal. Like I wasn't like promiscuous or like mischievous for real. So I ain't really explore with people like that. I mean I had a couple of moments, but honestly I had more like little moments, like like boyfriend girlfriend stuff in elementary school more so than high school.
Okay, that's a lot. You gave us a lot. So
Yeah.
I got another question. When you lost your virginity, did it change you?
Well, for one thing, I'm still a virgin. I think it's interesting because people have different like kind of definitions of what that actually means. And for me, like, for a long time, I prided myself in like being able to say that absolutely clear, like, yeah, I'm a virgin. I've never actually had sex, but throughout the course of like living and learning, I've done a few things that I'm not necessarily proud of, and they weren't necessarily planned either. But whenever you get into a situation, you if you're not prepared, you can never really say what you're not gonna do. I'll leave it at that. But in terms of like the actual act, I've never actually had sex. But yeah, what was the second part of the question?
That was it. Thank you, Christopher Page. I appreciate you.
That's not 10 minutes.